Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk about a couple things going on in the Doctor Who sort of community at the moment. One, the Fugitive Doctor figure release. Now this was very random and unexpected, but I'm really glad they finally released the figure. I really did think about buying it. I was really tempted. But when I saw the price at $39.99, I just thought that's just too much and I couldn't justify it. Although the figure and the packaging looks great, the only thing I would say that I'm not too sure on is the face. It looks very shiny, the plastic. It looks a bit like cheap plastic to me, but it might look better in person. But on the whole, the figure is absolutely brilliant. The gun looks great. It's good that they've finally added the backdrop to the TARDIS again, but I do think it's funny how it's been classed as a bonus, since back in the day that was just a standard thing. But there we are. But the figure on the whole, as much as it's random, I'm glad they've released it. But then saying that, it just feels a very random release. 4 years after she first appeared on Doctor Who. It's like, does that mean, because we know John Bishop has actually modelled for his figure, but it's never been released. So does that mean that they're going to release his figure 4 years after he appeared, late 2025? If we're going by their sort of standards of what they've done with the Fugitive Doctor, it does all feel very random as such a delayed release. But it's great to have it, but again, very random, and a lot of people had problems getting onto the character options website. So there's a few problems going on there, but that's the smaller thing I want to address. The bigger thing is, of course, as you probably know, Millie Gibson and what's going on with her at the moment in Doctor Who. Now, I'm sure as you've read, you've heard the heavy rumours that she's going to be leaving somewhere between Series 15 or the Season 2. Now, looking at that, I am very disappointed to see her going because I was really excited about her casting announcement, and I've only just got used to the 15th Doctor and Ruby, and I was really looking forward to their sort of relationship and how it's going to be different to others in Doctor Who. So the fact that we've already know that she's going to be leaving is quite disappointing. Now you can look at that and say, oh yeah, but Bill was only one series, but actually I feel like that's quite a negative thing. I've always thought, as much as I really enjoyed Bill and I would love to see her more, but because she's just a one series companion at the end of the Moffat era, I feel like sometimes she can be overlooked. And this might be a problem with Millie Gibson as well, Ruby, because I just feel like we've only just got her and we already know she's going to be on her way out. Now that's a negative side to filming far ahead in the future, because although it's not Doctor Who's fault, it's more us fans sort of looking at the news and everything. Looking too far ahead, it sort of makes you feel like, well, what's the point of bothering with the 15th Doctor and Ruby's character? It just feels like there's no point getting into Ruby's character because we already know she's going to be on her way out. Of course she was going to leave at some stage, but the fact we already know it's going to happen, even before her first full series has come out, it's just really disappointing. Now, on the positive side of filming far ahead, if you think about Revolution of the Daleks, that was a huge success doing that far ahead because they filmed it over a year in advance, and it still felt very, like, to the time. It really felt like the times. And also, a positive to filming it was the pandemic. They would never have made that if they didn't film it because they started filming Series 13 in late 2020 and there's no way they could have got an episode out on New Year's Day 2021 for it. So that's a positive for filming ahead. But going over the negative again, it just feels like we've only just got Ruby, and the fact that we could already sort of been saying goodbye to her is just such a shame. Yeah, she'll be leaving sort of like mid-series in 2025, so we've still got her for a while yet. But knowing that this is possibly the new companion, it just feels... For me, it just feels like we've only just gotten used to her and we're already saying goodbye to her. Yes, he's Rusty Davies keeping the series fresh, and yes, I do look forward to seeing how this character and companion turns out if she is the companion. But it's just disappointing to sort of hear the news so soon because although I'm still going to watch, obviously, and of course I'm still going to be involved for Ruby's character, half of me is going to think, well, there's no point getting too involved with her because she's going to be on her way out anyway in mid through the next series next year. So that's quite disappointing. Now, also, there's a lot of rumours flying about. Oh, she's been axed. Millie Gibson has been fired. I've heard people saying that she's been a diva. All of these are just rumours. I've tried to look for actual facts and everything about this, and I cannot find anything that actually has any basis for this. There's only been one sort of like spokesperson, and they basically said about how Russell T Davies isn't letting the grass grow and all that sort of thing, but nothing that actually says about Millie Gibson and why she's left or how she's left. So I think we need to be careful with these rumours because there's no basis for these anyway, and there's no official confirmation that she is technically leaving either. But all of this stuff that she's been fired, she's been a diva, none of this, there's no facts behind that. So I really think we should really take that with such a big pinch of salt because I don't feel like there's any basis of facts on that. So I just feel like we can't go with that at all. But maybe her contract was for the new series and then a part of the next series after that, and then that was it. I mean, Martha was sort of one series and then she appeared in a few episodes in the future series. So it is a possible thing that that was what just happened. But I just feel like there's been a lot of emphasis about what we've heard about the 15th Doctor and Ruby's friendship being very different, very new, very fresh. And it's just like, well, if their relationship was so good, why have you already gotten rid of them? Like I said with Bill, it's just such a shame that you have such a short tenure of a companion, because I feel like it's very, very negative, because I just feel like they could be so overlooked when they shouldn't be, because I thought Bill was a great character, and I think Ruby's going to be a really great character as well. Now, Millie Gibson, people have been saying she's sort of been thrown under the bus. Now, I'm sure the Doctor, I hope the Doctor Aftercare team are really looking after her, but it is a lot on a 19-year-old. The fact that there's all these rumours flying about her being a diva, about her being fired, it really isn't good on her acting reputation. And I feel like the BBC should really put out some sort of statement, not confirming or denying that Ruby's gone, but just to say that, you know, there's no bad blood, basically. And, you know, Ruby's future is still bright in Doctor Who, as someone has already said, and all these sort of things. But just confirming that there's no bad blood, because, and she hasn't been fired or anything like that, because I feel like it's just very negative on Millie Gibson herself, because rumours are flying all over the place, and literally, at the moment, any Doctor Who post that they do, especially if it involves Ruby, the comment section is just wild about when's the announcement, what's going on, everything. So it's just like a lot of rumours and gossip is flying about. So I just feel like they should just put something out there just to confirm that there's no bad blood, if there is no bad blood. But honestly, we have no idea what's going on. Again, it's technically not the BBC's fault that this is going on at the moment, because it's just because they've been filming and fans have sort of put things out on the internet, and then rumours go flying about, and then there's this quote from someone from the BBC or someone working on Doctor Who somewhere. So it's not technically the BBC's fault, but I feel like they should do a bit of damage limitation. The BBC in the past haven't been great with Doctor Who. When there were news articles in the 13th Doctor era sort of slamming her era, there was never any rebuttal from BBC about it, saying, oh, Doctor Who isn't this, isn't that, Doctor Who's still doing very well. There was never anything, so I feel like the BBC are very slow and very lacking in this sort of department, which I feel like is a great shame. But I'd just like them to put out a statement just to say there's no bad blood, and they wish Millie Gibson well, and her future is bright, and they can't say whether she's going to be continuing on or she's already left. So there's that for that. But honestly, it just feels a bit messy at the moment, but I don't think there's any facts. We can't even really confirm that Ruby has gone. I feel like it's most likely, seeing this new companion possibly is already filming with the 15th Doctor, and Millie Gibson is sort of on holiday at the moment, I think. So I do feel like it is likely, but again, we can't be sure. But really do take any sort of anything you hear about, until it's officially confirmed by Doctor Who or the BBC, take everything with a pinch of salt, and any rumours about her being a diva or being axed or fired, really, it's just, there's no basis of fact over that. So I really would be careful about listening to that. But yeah, I just really wanted to put my sort of thoughts out there, just because there's a lot going on at the moment. I just wanted to sort of cover it, but on the whole, I would say it is disappointing if Ruby's leaving, although I do look forward to a mid-series companion exit, but if that is going to happen. But again, I just feel like it's very damaging on Millie Gibson, and I just feel like it's just really sort of, it could be slightly damaging to the future series as well, because the casual viewer might look and think, well, I thought she's already leaving, what's the point of bothering with this series, I'll wait till the new companion comes. You never know, someone could think like that, so it can be quite damaging, and I just feel like the BBC just need to put out just some sort of statement just to sort of clear it up. But what I'd love to know is what you guys think. Do you think Millie Gibson's gone? Do you think there's any sort of like basis of fact behind all of these rumours? Let me know in the comments below. But thank you for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully see you in my next video soon. And if you're enjoying the video, make sure to subscribe, because when I hit 500 subscribers, if and hopefully when I do, I'm going to be doing a tour of my TARDIS on how I made it and how you can make your own. So if you enjoyed the video, I'm going to love to see that, and make sure you're subscribed. But thank you again for watching, and take care.